Burnout Paradise Remastered. One of the best arcade racing games ever made. This game is so popular gamers are still playing it 15 years after its release. One of the better events of the game are its burning routes, so today we'll be counting down the top 10 hardest burning routes in Burnout Paradise Remastered. Number 10. The Hunter Manhattan.
Drive southwest to the Naval Yard. The clock is ticking.
Starting at Webster and Anderson and ending at the Naval Yard, this burning route may seem very straightforward, however there are two things that make this harder than it seems. First is navigating through this ramp and maintaining control through this shortcut. The Manhattan is a tank and cannot turn on a dime, so you end up crashing into the median more times than not. Lastly, keeping your boost as full as possible is always a problem when going down this stretch of South Bay Expressway. Boost is a must when going after any type of world record. Number 9. The Takedown 4x4.
Drive northwest to the Crystal Summit Observatory. The clock is ticking.
Starting at South Rouse and Hall Avenue and ending at the Crystal Summit Observatory. The difficulty is not so much the route taken but the vehicle used. Incredibly hard to steer, the 4x4 can lead you astray at any given turn. Also, maintaining boost for the entire route is made even harder due to the steering mechanics of this truck. Number 8. The Carson Inferno van.
Drive northeast to the Coast Guard HQ. The clock is ticking.
Starting at First and Fry and ending at the Coast Guard HQ, the Carson Inferno van route is more about the vehicle and less about the route. Basically a tank on wheels and built more for taking down other vehicles, the van cannot turn at all when attempting to navigate sharp corners. Number 7. The Carson Fastback.
Drive west to Lone Stallion Ranch. The clock is ticking.
Starting at Harbor and ending at Lone Stallion Ranch, this burning route has two things going against it. This turn to get on the highway is so tight, you end up crashing into the wall most times. Then traveling against traffic to keep your boost up is no easy task. Number 6. The Carson Opus.
Drive northwest to the Country Club. The clock is ticking.
The Carson Opus is worse than a tank when it comes to steering, and there's one place where a tight turn is necessary to complete this route. Starting at First and Webster and ending at the Country Club, get ready for a rough ride. And here's the turn. 9 times out of 10, you'll end up crashing. Number 5. The LM Classic.
Drive southwest to Lone Stallion Ranch. The clock is ticking.
Starting at Lambert and 2nd Street and ending at Lone Stallion Ranch, there's only one part of this route that can kill a run. A left and then an immediate right turn while boosting the whole way through is tough using this slippery car. Number 4. The Annihilator.
Drive west to the Crystal Summit Observatory. The clock is ticking.
Starting at Webster and 4th and ending at the Crystal Summit Observatory, the Annihilator has the same problem as the LM Classic, a quick right turn followed by a left. Otherwise smooth sailing. Number 3. The Montgomery Hawker. Starting at 2nd and Angus and finishing at the Wind Farm, this is the longest burning route in the game. Although the route is straightforward, it's the length that can kill a run. Many mistakes can be made in 2 minutes. Number 2. The Hot Rod Coop.
Drive east to the Coast Guard HQ. The clock is ticking.
Starting at Westlake and Cannon and ending at the Coast Guard HQ, the only problem with this route is the sharp left then sharp right you have to make after getting up to full speed. And in at number 1 is the Krieger WRR. There are 2 reasons why this is the hardest burning route. Number 1, it has the hardest turn in the game, and 2, you only have 1 minute to complete it. Compared to all the other burning routes, this one can have no mistakes. If you wreck just once, you may not be able to finish the route. That combined with a turn to end all turns, and you have the hardest the game has to offer. As for that turn, you crash almost every time or it'll slow you down enough to miss getting a world record. Not the best way to end your burning routes as it is the last one to be done. And that's it for this top 10 list. Feel free to leave your own top 10 in the comments below. Happy motoring!